Hello, my beloved friends. It's Thursday. Happy Thursday to you. We're coming to the end of this second lesson of the quarter. Our quarter is on 1st and 2nd Corinthians. And today's lesson is a wonderful one. Christ is power and wisdom. So we've been talking a lot about wisdom and foolishness, the wisdom of God versus the foolishness of men. But then Paul declares in no uncertain terms that Jesus Christ is God's power and God's wisdom. You see why it's important to have Jesus in your life? Man, if you want to be truly wise, if you want to really make good decisions, if you want to really know what you're up to in this world, this crazy world, you got to have Jesus. That's what Paul is really saying. Jesus is the power of God that transforms us. He's also the wisdom of God that guides and directs us in our life. Paul talks about God's wisdom versus human wisdom, right? Remember that, right? 1 Corinthians 1:18. He says that to us who are being saved, Jesus is the power of God. The cross is the power of God. But then in 1 Corinthians chapter 1 and verse 24, to those who are being called, Christ is also the power of God, right? So Paul is reinforcing this idea both in verse 18 and verse 24 that Jesus is power, that Jesus is power. And verse 24, Christ is the power. Christ is the power of God, right? He's trying to make a contrast between those who are perishing and being destroyed by human wisdom and those who have grasped the cross, those who are being saved. 1 Corinthians 1 and verse 18, those who believe, 1 Corinthians 1 and verse 21, those who are called, 1 Corinthians 1 and verse 24. Paul is saying Jesus only works for people who are trying to follow Jesus. All the benefits of who he is accrue to those who are being saved, to those who are called, to those who are willing and humble in humility and humbleness of heart to come to him and be saved. In fact, he's the one doing the drawing, right? Paul says, Romans 1:16, I am not ashamed of the gospel of Jesus Christ, for it is the power of God unto salvation to all who believe. It is power. But notice something. 1 Corinthians chapter 24 to 29. Paul says, listen, God has chosen foolish stuff to confound the wise, weak things to confound the strong and the mighty. He is saying that the wisdom of God is wiser than men, right? The foolishness of God is light years, what we call foolishness, is light years ahead of the wisdom of human beings, which can't lead any of them to God. Nothing about our wisdom and our intellectualism and our learning has drawn us to God, has made us better people. Think about it right today. We're living in a time of great, learning. We have AI and we have all this technological increase. Has it made people better? Is it changing the hearts of human beings any? Is it being used in ways that are absolutely destructive because we have the anomaly inside of us called sin, that if it is not removed by Jesus Christ and his sacrifice, we are doomed to destroy every good thing that may happen to us or that we may come up with on the planet, right? The technology is not bad. It's what we do with it that's bad. It's us that have the problem, right? So God is saying, I've got something better. I've got something wiser. I've got one who can do what the world cannot do. And that person is the person of Jesus Christ. That's really our study for today. And I hope you're blessed by it. 1 Corinthians 1 and verse 26, not many wise according to the flesh, not many mighty, not many noble, not many are called. Lest we get the big head, just remember, none of us have attained anything. It is Jesus who has smiled upon us and brought us close to him.